everyone, and welcome back. That's right, we are back in our natural habitat of my home where I am chatting with you. But today is important. I'm going to show you everything that I bought on my 7-night Disney Dream Mediterranean cruise, when I visited the Greek Isles, when I went to Italy. I'm going to show you because I'm very proud of all of it. And I had to be very, very strategic with what I brought back because I was not checking a bag and I was not buying other luggage. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Here we go. Now first I'm going to just address something here. And that is, if you watched my vlogs, which I hope you did, but they're not professional vlogs. It is me holding my phone, walking through Greece, walking through Italy. So they're not professional by any means. And I did not intend them to be professional. Honestly, I wanted a video journal of what I did. I did that when I was with my grandmother, and I don't know, I kind of like it. Maybe someday I'll bring my gimbal or bring better equipment and figure it out. But for right now, I'm not getting paid for this. So I'm just carrying my phone with me. But I hope you enjoyed them if you watched them. If you had a favorite stop, let me know. I'm going to be talking more about the cruise, tips and tricks, details on the port adventures that we did in future videos. So I'm really excited for that. But without further ado, I want to get through this haul because I've been waiting to put all of this stuff away. It's just been sitting here until I film this haul. So I really need to do this right now. So let's first start with the merchandise that I got on Disney Cruise Line, and then we'll check out what I bought in Greece and then what I bought in Italy. Okay, so obviously the first thing is this Disney Cruise Line sweatshirt, and I actually bought it for a friend of mine as well so we can look at it better. But this was the one piece of merchandise that I was desperate for on this ship. I had friends look on the Wonder a few months ago. I did not see it on the Wish. And I really just wanted this basic Disney Cruise Line crew neck with little Captain Mickey on it. It's so cute. It was $59.99. And okay, as I'm showing you these things, I want to tell you, when you're in Europe, or at least Italy for sure, they have like an extra tax where it's 22%. And they had it on the Disney Dream. So tax was 22%, but if you spent in the same store over like $150, you bring all of your receipts, and it could be at separate times, you bring all of your receipts to the Disney Cruise Line staff at the store, you give them your passport, they like fill out this thing, and so then before you come home, before you fly home at the Italian airport, you go to their like, I forget what it's called. It's VAT tax. But you go there, they like fill something out, and then you get your tax refund. But it's a lot of work and it's very silly, and it's only for American people for some reason. But so keep that in mind. So I had to go and do that because I got this cruise line sweatshirt, which I really, really loved, and it's exactly what I wanted. What we got in the stateroom was, if you saw this, everybody got this lithograph. It is for the 25th anniversary, the cruise line at sea, the silver anniversary at sea. It's a commemorative print that's showing Mickey Captain celebrating 25 years, and it's by artist Joe Kaminsky, based out of Orlando, Florida. So I've seen a lot of people, you can see it's like really, really cute confetti colors and whatnot, but I've seen a lot of people on Facebook framing these. Mine's kind of large. I mean, they're all kind of large, they're all the same size, so I don't know if I'm gonna frame it, but it's cute. We'll keep her in the plastic for now. And then we got, since we are a part of Silver Castaway Club members, I think once you're gold and platinum and pearl, you get other gifts or additional gifts. But we got this bag. We got one very similar when we sailed on the Wish back in August. But this is the only extra bag that we brought home. Keep that in mind. If you watched my packing video, we just brought the carry-ons. We did check Jace's carry-on coming back because we had wine. We had 4 bottles of wine that we brought back. So we put those in his checked bag. But other than that, this is the only thing we brought back in addition. So it was a savior. Very cute, very nice, just like one big zipper. It's nice. Then let's go to the beverages. So Jace always gets the beer package where it's like you buy a 16 ounce. It's like when you buy you get this refillable mug, and it's so good. Why can I like not explain this? You get like a coin or a card or something. And when you go, they give you basically a 20 ounce pour of a beer for the price of a 16 ounce. And then at the end, you get to keep the mug. So, gosh, can you see that? It's the 25th anniversary logo, which Jace was like kind of upset about because it's so heavy. It's so heavy, but because it's the 25th logo, we had to bring it back. That was silly. Speaking of 25th merchandise, they did not have any. None. Zero. It was really upsetting, and I knew that going into the Disney Dream because they are in Europe. It's harder for them to get a bunch of stuff, and so I saw people on like Facebook groups upset about it prior to arrival. So and honestly, I probably would have gotten like a pin, nothing crazy, but this is like one of the only 25th things that we got. On that same vein, at like Cove Cafe, they have my favorite salted caramel coconut latte. If you know, you know, like it's everybody's favorite drink of choice. But they did have this reusable mug, and it was $17, but once you purchase it, your first coffee is free. So this does say the 25th Disney Cruise Line 25. So I did want it for that reason. The only thing with the salted caramel coconut latte, which is sidetrack, it's like so much milk. There's not enough espresso in it. So like when they put it in this giant thing, it's like one shot of espresso in here. And I'm like, that's not enough. But that's on me. So that's the other 25th thing I got. They did have a 25th anniversary cocktail called the Jubilee by the Sea. It was a cocktail to celebrate Disney Cruise Line's 25th anniversary. They give you, when you order it, they give you this bookmark with the recipe on it. And the recipe is interesting because it is tequila blanco. So it's a tequila drink. Luxardo maraschino liqueur, fresh lime juice, some sort of syrup, and brew glitter silver, meaning edible glitter. It was served in a martini glass. It's blue, but they put sugar on the rim. They put sugar on the rim of this tequila drink, which is like, really?